Alright, we fucking started. Alright, future billionaires. Welcome to the podcast. Which was the podcast name?
Journey to a Billion.
Journey to a Billion. Welcome to Journey to a Billion, future billionaires. Thank you for watching, and let's get fucking started. Today's topic is life is a fucking video game. Really easy. Life is a video game, so we gotta max the fuck out.
Max yourself out, not just everything else around you, but first you gotta start with yourself.
Yeah, we gotta have the fucking mindset of having the ability to fucking reach for the stars. Actually, fuck, the stars is too little. Reach for the next fucking universe, and like reach outside of the universe and reach whatever fucking potential we think is possible, and keep fucking pushing and breaking towards that, and just amass the biggest fucking whatever it is that you want. For us, it's obviously the billion. That's why the podcast is named
Journey to a Billion.
So, yeah, let's get started. What shit. All right, so let's start with what the fuck the purpose of the podcast is.
The purpose of this podcast is, well, first it started off, can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so initially we weren't going to do a podcast. We were supposed to come out on someone else's podcast.
Yeah.
But that individual, they just started too. I don't know who they think they are, telling us, oh, well, you know what, how's next month when they have like no guests, there's like 2 or 3 of them, they shouldn't have a problem having any other guests other than themselves. So we said, you know what, fuck that, we're going to do our own podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck that, fuck you, we did our own podcast.
And that's our fucking whole fucking energy. Like, we are a podcast now because someone told us that we couldn't get another podcast. And you know, in the 21st century, and especially now, 2022, we have to like really reevaluate the way we do fucking business.
Exactly.
You know, if you have an opportunity, just to make it clear, if you have an opportunity to do business with someone, and you aren't quite sure what the fuck they do, you better give them the fucking benefit of the doubt. Because in these times, you don't know who the fuck you're dealing with most of the time. And you don't know what fucking bridges you're burning. Because I can assure you, that fucking person is just blacklisted with us. They're just blacklisted. Especially since I was trying to give so much value in exchange for being a fucking guest on podcast.
Yeah, all it would take is an hour and a half.
Yeah, plus, you know,
it literally costs you nothing to have us on there.
But, you know, we're gonna stop talking about that bitch ass fucking person and focus on what the fucking purpose of this podcast is. This podcast is for future billionaires, anybody who gives a fuck about money, who wants to be successful, who wants money, who wants to be the fucking shit, who wants to be the person that ends all the fucking shitty, happenstance and fucking,
any negativity. Even if you don't want to be a billionaire, if you want to just like make a change in your
you
life.
You want to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe you're just looking for a change in your life. You know, you want to learn how to become a little more positive, a little more straightforward. You want to learn how to, you know what, like just say fuck this shit. I'm gonna get off my ass and work for what I want.
Yeah, we are a podcast meant for businessmen, people that are in business, whether you're an influencer, whether you're somebody who wants to be great in life. This is the fucking podcast for you. And we are just starting out. This is the first fucking episode. We've actually shot like 4 episodes before this.
Yeah.
We've been streaming on Twitch, but we haven't put them up on YouTube yet. But this is the first episode that goes on YouTube.
Yes.
This is the first official fucking YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get started.
And we will be streaming on YouTube soon.
There'll be clips and there'll be other shit going on.
Yeah.
But first, I want to start with what the hell Altair is, because we're wearing the hats, and a lot of people have asked us, you know, where the hell we get those hats? Are you selling them? And the quick answer is no, we're not selling them. This is strictly for employees. If you want to be an employee though of Altair, you can go ahead and apply or DM us.
Yeah.
Altair is a digital marketing company. We sell digital marketing products to businesses. It's a B2B business, and we increase people's sales exponentially like no other person ever. Like, we can get you sales. When you invest with us for your marketing, you basically get a return on investment that's unseen, unheard of by any other marketing technique.
And you're not just investing in us, you're investing in yourself as well.
Yeah. Basically, what we do is we go to a business. They usually call us and they're like, hey, we've heard about you because of so-and-so, and we want a certain service, right? We want marketing done. We aren't getting enough sales, enough leads, our sales are down, our profits are low, not enough traffic in our business, whether you're brick and mortar, whether you're an online business,
Or
whatever.
maybe you're already doing good, but you want to do better.
Yeah,
You
and
wanna
that's a
get
common
bigger.
theme. A lot of our clients are doing freaking amazing numbers,
Yeah.
but they want to freaking 10x their dreams.
But they could be doing way better, and we can
Yeah.
see that, and we want to be able to provide that for you.
Yeah, so let's get started. This is gonna be like sort of an interview and interaction with the fucking camera. So
As soon as we're able to get on YouTube, we'll be able to interact with you guys more.
yeah, we're gonna be probably implementing super chats and other things. Every Friday we're gonna have a live we're gonna be hosting live, right? The podcast live.
Yeah.
And so today is Wednesday, April 13th, 2022.
2:23.
And what time is it?
2:23.
It's 2:23. So it's an awesome day to be alive. And let's start talking about how the fuck life is a video game. So I was thinking about this a couple days ago, how life is a fucking video game. You know,
Mhm.
as a man, you have to be able to provide, you have to be able to work your ass off and actually do your fucking, like, make your dreams come true.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause nobody's gonna do it for you.
yeah, nobody's gonna do that shit for you. What I was thinking about is like GTA 5. A lot of people play GTA 5 like any other game, basically. Any fucking game. At the beginning of the game, you start off broke as shit. You got no money. You got a shitty car. You got shitty clothes. No girlfriend. No nothing. You're fucked. You're terrible. You're in the worst position ever. But no person that starts playing GTA ever says, "I'm gonna stay like this. I'm just gonna stay like this forever."
Yeah. No,
You know?
they want everything. They want the fucking plane. They want the nice cars. They want the nice guns. All the badass shit that comes with the game. But you gotta work for it.
Yeah, like you have to do the missions. You have to, work with Trevor, work with Michael, and escalate as you go. Escalate as you go. First you get the nice cars, then you start stealing the better cars, and you start doing the missions.
Oh, the missions
And
and
eventually,
shit.
once you pass it, maybe you go Trevor. That's what I do.
I never played the story.
No.
I just hop on whenever like
Online.
my friends. No, like I go to my friend's house and we take turns.
Oh, okay. And like whoever dies, like most stars and shit.
Yeah,
I do
like
too.
whoever lasts the longest.
Like, yeah. I usually I play risky as fuck. I'm dangerous. I'm a menace to society.
That's why I'm gonna fly that fucking plane.
Actually, I want to just point that out. Like most people, they start off by, like when you're a little kid, you don't think in terms of like, I want to make $10,000 a month. I want to have this apartment. You think I want to have a fucking mansion. I want to have the Ferrari. I want to have the
you want all the big
I
shit.
want to have the bitches. I want to have everything. You want everything, And as you go through life, people start telling you that you can't.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you start believing them. There's this book, I think it's like 4 seasons, 4 something, I can't remember. But basically talks about how words are like magic and you are able to influence people.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hitler was so good, and I'm just gonna bring this out.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether Hitler killed a bunch of people, we understand. But he was such a good orator, that's how you say it, right?
Already.
Orator. Like he was really good at giving speeches, he was amazing at giving speeches, he would ignite the crowds and make them go wild and fucking want the
How do you think people like cult leaders are able to gather so many people?
Yeah, like all these like people that give inspiration shit. It's basically because they have so much energy inside and they're able to like.
And the way they're able to persuade people into believing the dumbest shit.
Facts.
Exactly.
Like
I recently saw a movie, The Master, and it's Philip Seymour Hoffman. He plays this cult leader who, like, dude, he was able to get people to believe that he could hypnotize them, right, into going into like their own past lives, and he wanted to be able to like connect that and bring it back into reality so we can better our future.
I saw.
Obviously, that's bullshit.
I can't remember what the name of the movie on Netflix was, but it was basically like some guy who like fucked the dude's wife and tell him that he was sacrificing himself for him.
Oh my
They
god.
weren't allowed to have sex because they would go to hell or some bullshit like that. But they wouldn't make it to the promised land. And in order for them to make it to the promised land, the husband would be okay with the leader fucking the wife and getting him pregnant. And he was the only one that could reproduce, only one that could take the hit.
Dude, I think
It was like something in Texas. Something in Texas. It was like
oh fuck, I think I know which one. I think wasn't that the Waco guy?
Waco.
Yeah.
Waco guy.
That guy was fucking
weird ass
crazy.
dude. Anyways, let's keep talking about life is a fucking video game. You have to increase your stats, increase your fucking health, increase the way you look, increase the money, increase the fucking clothes, increase the girl, increase your life, increase the house. You gotta basically increase everything around you and have a perfect concoction of your perfect fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody starts off as a little kid saying, I want a fucking nice apartment. You want a fucking mansion, you want to own the building, you want to own the fucking street, you want to own the city. You don't want a fucking apartment. You want it all. And as you grow up, your dreams start, I mean, the fucking thing I hate the most is when people say, be realistic. I say, fuck that. Don't ever be realistic.
Beating down on me my whole life, bro.
Fucking be delusional. I'm delusional.
No,
I think I will be really.
Yeah, be practical.
Oh, be practical. There's always some fucking guy, whether it's your mom, dad, cousin, stepdad, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, family.
It's always a person who didn't do shit with their life. They're trying to impose their, like I saw a little clip of Jay-Z talking about his uncle telling him, you'll never sell 1 million copies in your life. And he's like, man, I sold a million copies like 1 million times. and it's true. Like, if you don't let people, like I don't let anybody in my psyche whatsoever. If you tell me I can't do it, bitch, I will do it harder. I will do it harder. You know? We just recently, like right now, before we started shooting this, we actually met with some fucking random ass lady.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, what are you guys doing? We're like, oh, we're a fucking digital company. You probably heard of us, you know, a bunch of businesses here in Imperial Valley and in San Diego and Yuma hire us, and we increase our sales exponentially. If you've seen ads for businesses, you've most likely seen it from us.
Yeah.
Like, we are the fucking main guy when it comes to ads, when it comes to anything digital, any fucking platform, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. If you've seen a fucking ad for a business in the last 2 months, it's from us. It's from Altair. You know, obviously we don't put our fucking name on the ad because we can't. It's their ad. But you've seen our fucking ads. We do B2B sales and we fucking dominate. But yeah, but how do you think working out with her has been so far?
It's been good. It's been crazy. Honestly, like I never like.
I want you to talk
like
about.
I've worked more hours here. No, I think I've worked. Fuck, I don't know. I think I'm working I know I'm working more hours here for sure. But it's like the work obviously is like the type of work is different, but it's a lot more fulfilling.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about like your interview and like 2 weeks in what we were doing, the type of shit.
Oh my dude, I think it was the first weekend.
Was it like a week? Because we started like kind of like late in the week, right? It was like Thursday and then very next week we fucking started getting.
No, yeah. Thursday we were just meeting at your house and my house, right? So like, fuck, when was it? I quit. So I was working at Dillard's before.
Right.
If you don't know what a Dillard's is, well then you're not hip. Look it up. There's this conglomerate clothing store. They hold all kinds of brands, whatever. From there, like I just hit him up on Instagram. I asked him, I was like, hey, like what is this? Because he had posted a video on his story, and I asked him what it was. He told me about it, and then you hit me up for an interview. I was like, oh shit, okay, why not? So I showed up to a car wash with this guy, and he just started immediately we sat in this car. What was the first thing you asked me?
Oh yeah, I think one of the first things I asked him was, what is your biggest fucking dream? So I wanted to know what type of person he was, and also the reason I needed to wash my car, and then I was like, I could probably interview him at the same time and see if we work together well and just get a feel for like what type of person he is.
Yeah.
And the first thing I asked you was, what is your biggest fucking dream right now? What did you answer?
I think I answered just to move out in by 25.
By 25.
25, and then have my car, and then by 30 have my own house.
Yeah. And
then you literally told me that's bullshit.
It's the first fucking thing that comes out of my mouth after hearing his fucking biggest
dream. That's bullshit.
Because I know that you can do way fucking better. So the first thing that I did was let you know that your shit was bullshit, call you out of it, and let you know that you can do so much more. What is your dream right now? Within a year or two, what are we planning on doing? What is your expected revenue? How much money are you generating with this company? What's your income looking like? Like based on the numbers that we're saying.
At least 100 grand, right?
Well, that's for the next 8 months.
Fuck.
What's your
it's just like a study for the test. And you get the test. Fuck, I can't remember.
Okay, so
shit.
What's the goal? It's 5 M's monthly generated revenue in the company.
Yeah.
And so your cut on that for the year would be around 7 mil.
Fuck me, dude.
Yeah, so in 2 years, the expected revenue is around 2 mil, and the way we reach that is by fucking dominating fucking market.
Yes.
We are gonna dominate California.
By next year, I want to own my first house in the valley.
Yeah,
And then by like the next 2 months, I'm gonna own my own car.
yeah.
Probably
And
wouldn't
what type
buy
of car?
just yet.
What type of car do you get? Just
I want a Toyota Tacoma.
so you have to
And if not,
brand new, used. How do you want it?
I'm gonna get it used. I don't like getting brand new.
All right, I'm gonna let you.
There's
say
too many.
it.
There's too many problems with brand new. That way, like you get it used. But I'm picking like the CarMax, Carfax. Those two, they're a little more pricey, but it's worth it because they inspect the shit out of it.
I say get a brand new car, lease that shit.
Well, whatever I get, at least anyways.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna put business expenses. By the way,
Yeah.
if you're a business, get fucking business expenses. A lot, as much as possible. Don't fucking, I mean, if you're gonna spend on investments that are gonna generate revenue and profit, because revenue is shit, profit is, at the end of the day, profit is king. Yeah, so far the culture in this company is basically domination, complete work ethic, determination, insane amounts of fucking confidence goes into building what we're building.
Mm-hmm.
And you got two?
Yeah.
You fucking cocksucker.
I'm fucking dead. I offered you one. Do you want this one?
No, that's good. I got a Starbucks.
No, fucking dead.
That's
That's like the fucking weirdest thing about me. Like I can get like 10 hours of sleep and I'll still fucking be tired all day, bro. I need something to wake me up.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I mean, I guess your quality of sleep is shit. I sleep 3 hours, 4 hours, and I'm good.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I go to sleep late and I wake up early.
I don't know. I think another part of it is too because I'm not working out,
Mm.
and I already know my body. Once I'm out of shape, it takes like a week or two for my body to get used to it, and then like, cause the first week, bro, I'm gonna get the gym. Yeah, as long as I get myself there.
Right now, I'm doing something by part.
That's good.
It's basically like you don't sway away from your diet at all. You read, you study, you fucking go to work out twice a day. You get your shit in. Like no excuses, no maybe I'll do it tomorrow. No, it's like you fucking do it. That's it. Anyways, let's talk about.
I'm also gonna go broken today.
What do you think the main driver is successes? Like so far, what have you seen in like the way I work, the way I operate the company?
You always have to be doing something.
Yeah.
You always have to be doing something. You can't just fucking sit there. If you like lag for like a little bit, it like drains you. It just like fucks with your
With your workflow.
yeah, with your workflow.
Yeah.
It puts you on balance.
I think workflow is fucking extremely important. Yesterday I was having a tough time focusing. I came to the office. It was funny because yesterday we were restructuring the whole website for us so we can generate more leads and more business. Because at the end of the day we got our business well, and we do that for clients, so why not do it for us?
Mm-hmm.
And I was restructuring the website, doing it all better, getting better, fucking everything. And I'm like, fuck, I really need to go to the office. we had already gone home. Like we gone home, right?
And that's so funny too, cause like I came because I could not like focus, and then like all of a sudden you showed up.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it was funny as fuck because I showed up to the parking lot of our office, and I was like, "This motherfucker's here." and part of me was like, "Motherfucker, like, you're trying to work harder than you, bitch? Ain't no fucking way." So like, we stayed here till like what, 8, 9. It was damn near 9, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we left. We come here early too. We get here like at 7.
Like at 7.
Leave at 9, and that's just daily fucking thing. Monday through Sunday, every fucking day, nonstop, 365.
Mhm.
Like our work ethic is insane.
And I don't know what it is about like my family that they don't understand. Cause my mom knows, like, she's like, oh, like, you have church on Sunday because it's Easter. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna, no, she didn't mention church. She said, oh, like, Sunday's Easter. And I said, oh, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show up. She's like, really, Hector, on a Sunday? At least go to church. I was like, well, yeah, I'll go to church, but I don't need to go to your fucking, like, you guys' little parties. I can skip that. I've come to my whole life.
Yeah.
You can wait for me for a bit, yeah?
Yeah, and this is like a recurring theme in our company. If you want to work for Altair, you better know that we work fucking hard.
Yeah.
This isn't a company you just join and you're part-time and you're like, whatever, you piss off. No, you work your fucking ass off here. Like,
Mhm.
there is no other way to do it. Like, and the work culture.
And that goes for any business that you start too. You have to be on it, especially the first year.
Yeah, I think like Amazon has like these crazy rules. If you work like I think it's 80. It's like 70 hours to be considered for maybe a promotion. 80 hours to get a promotion. 90 hours to get promoted. Some bullshit like that, and like 100 hours is like the. Like if you're an executive, you work more than 100 hours for sure. Everyone can be nonstop. Like it's like your life is fucking work, and a lot of people aren't okay with that. And to those I say, you know what, fuck it, like I understand. If you want to be mediocre, you want to be average in life. You don't want the car, you don't want the house, and you know it's not even about that. It's about like you're a dude, if you're a guy, and if you're a woman too. I mean nowadays, whatever the fuck you are,
They would have discriminated, right?
you know, if you are a person and you aren't putting in the fucking work, it's like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like I see, like the other day I was like kind of pissed at myself because I looked at my screen time for the week, and it was 3 hours and 45 minutes. And then I looked at like the time, and it was all YouTube. And I was just like Brent Cardone and Andrew Frisella and all of these like big fucking like motivational shit.
Yeah.
I like listening to that while I work out in the morning.
That's good.
And so like besides that, like I don't use my phone. Like a lot of people are fucking obsessed with TikTok, obsessed with content.
Yeah.
They just consume, and they don't create
And it
shit.
shortens your attention span too.
Oh yeah, like if you want to work
That's
hours
why I
and
don't
hours
like being on TikTok, because I catch myself like I can't even sit through a whole fucking minute of a video. I'm like, oh my god, this is too long.
I feel like
It's
TikTok
too
makes it
long.
more dumb.
Dude, for sure it does.
It makes it like retarded too.
Like I like Instagram because I like looking at pictures anyways.
Mhm.
Because like I would
What
as
type
like
of pictures?
bro like I'll tell you about that later. Once we start getting once we can interact with the viewers, then we'll talk about it. No, but like I remember as a kid, like my dad would get me like these Game Informer magazines. I would not fucking read them. I just love looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
Because I love like the art and the design and all that bullshit. And that's why I like Instagram. I like looking at cars and shit. I like at models. But like, and then like nice houses, views, cool photography, all that shit. Because it helps me like, I don't know, like it helps me creatively.
I think most of the people out there.
But like apps like Twitter, they just don't like it fucking useless. You don't need Twitter. It's
You don't need
stupid.
anything really.
Yeah.
Like the reason why we have all these apps is because that's literally at work. We do social media
Yeah.
marketing. We do digital marketing. We do your SEO, search engine optimization.
Yeah, like the only reason I have Facebook is for my family, and
Yeah.
now it's for the business stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but like besides that, like fuck no. Like, why am I gonna be consuming somebody else's
I
content?
think Snapchat is the only app I use, but I just use it as like a communications app,
Yeah.
like Messenger or like, not Messenger, like WhatsApp,
Yeah.
shit like that.
No, like the only person I really talk to is like my fiance. Yeah. If you're a girl, you're watching this, you like me, I'm sorry. I'm taking it, bitch. Yeah, but like, and she knows like not to text me during the day, like, you know, she's very supportive. But like, I want to talk about like why people are so fucking average, and the real reason why I think people are average is because lack of motivation. Actually, motivation shit. Fuck that.
I think it's more like people.
It's
I feel
fear.
like
I think it's fear.
not just that, but it has to do more with our generation too, and the way like they're being raised and the shit that they're telling them, not just at school, but these weak ass parents.
Oh my god,
Bro,
okay.
like, because I was watching these YouTubers, right? And two of them, the one I was like, I already mentioned to you like 100 times, the crack addict, or the ex-crack addict. Him and this other guy, Chris Gore, he used to come out on TV and talk about entertainment.
Keep talking. I'm gonna check the cameras.
Okay. And they were talking about how like California, because it's not like, they're not parents to the kids, they're friends. And they asked them like, oh, like what do you want? What do you want? And he mentioned, he's like, you don't negotiate with terrorists. So why the fuck would you negotiate with a 4-year-old?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something, and like, if you're fucking watching this, you dumb bitch, I hate you. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
The fucking, I went to my little brother's game.
Yeah.
My little brother's like 9, 10.
Oh yeah, you told me about that one.
And he's a little kid. He plays soccer and shit, you know, he likes soccer.
Yeah.
I go to the fucking game, and they're losing. My brother's team was losing like 4-0. But like they were playing like some team who's like 2 years older. And like when you're at that age, like puberty and like no puberty, like there's a huge fucking difference.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's no excuse. I told him there's no fucking excuse for losing anyways.
Yeah.
But I think it was like this, the final score was like 5-4. So they lose by a lot. Off that game. By goal. Anyways, the fucking they were losing like 4-0. And the fucking ref was like, okay, fucking blows his whistle, and he's like, all right, take take a team member out of the other team because they're winning by too much.
What the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck? I got mad.
You go
What
to
the
overtime until like fucking someone wins or loses.
No. They're getting like the team that's getting their ass beat,
Yeah.
right? And the one that's winning, they took a player out so
Yeah.
they would even out the.
No, that's bullshit.
It's
Yeah.
bullshit. I thought so too. Like back then when I was a fucking kid, I would play soccer. If you got your ass beat, you got your ass beat, bro.
Yeah, there's not that much competition anymore too, because like
There's
nobody.
7 places trophies, like bitch.
Yeah, everybody gets a fucking award.
It's
Everybody's a
only first
winner.
place.
Like no, like how are they gonna want to aspire to be number one? Like it just hit me right now with when you mentioned that. Like I remember even in San Diego, and when I came back and I would play baseball here, you know, like if you get like the game ball, you know, like if you were the MVP of the game, you got the game ball. If you did good, however, whatever, you got the game ball. And I remember I would get pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is he getting the game ball? Why does he get the game ball? And the coaches too, like coaches are pieces, like there's some coaches that are pieces of shit. You know, they're biased.
My little brother's coach is a bitch. I'm just gonna say that.
I hate that shit, bro.
He's so fucking soft. He doesn't yell at the players. I was yelling at my little brother, like, bro,
Yeah.
get his ass, fucking tackle his ass, like get on his ass.
Yeah.
Like,
I hate when my parents would go to the track and like tell me shit. Because like I already know, like it's not like I would hold back. I'm like, dude, I fucking know, like stop telling me shit. Like high jump. Like I'm scratching. Dude, no, it would piss me off. I'm like I legit almost told him. You know how Steven would yell at his dad?
yeah.
I almost did that. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not trying to get my ass beat. But no, like I would keep scratching, landing in the bar. I'm like, fuck, I have like one more. And my dad, he's like, what are you doing? It's not that hard. It's like, dude, like I'm trying. He's like, don't try, just jump. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit. Like yeah, just jump.
But that type of parenting made you the way you are, like where you want to win, you want to actually.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, I think.
And then, dude, bro, and then like I'd be running like the 300. That shit's so exhausting. I'm running. It's like, hey, stop jogging. Like you motherfucker, dude. Like stop jogging.
Yeah.
I'm dying over here.
I told you about this before, but like when I first fucking swimming, first of all, I joined swimming.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know how to fucking swim. I didn't. I'm just gonna let you know.
And you can do like not knowing how to swim. Like we're not meaning like like you just fucking drowning in the water. No, you can like swim, but there's a proper the proper way to swim. Like you can run, but you don't know how to run.
No, I did. Like
If
you throw me into the middle of a 10-foot pool, I'd fucking drown.
Oh, are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Bro, no.
No, like I was afraid of the water because when I was like 6, 7, I thought I could swim, so I jumped in the water and I damn near fucking drowned.
Yeah.
I literally
Oh my
drowned. They
God.
had to like bring my ass back.
Jesus
It was
Christ.
fucking like traumatizing. And then I just convinced myself that I was gonna be really good at swimming.
Yeah.
And first fucking meet, I get third place out of 3 people. I got lost.
Yeah.
My mom tells me, if you fucking keep losing, I'm not coming to these fucking meets. You fucking bitch. And she told me, you're gonna fucking walk home the next time you fucking lose. Like my mom
That's
is
fucking
hardcore.
far, bro. Damn.
My mom is a hardcore fucking Mexican lady. I love her to death. She's
Yeah.
awesome. She's hard as shit. Awesome lady. But like she literally told me like you're shit.
Yeah.
Don't be a shit. You know. That's all she had to tell me.
Mm.
After that, I was fucking hitting the gym in the morning, hitting the gym at night, fucking working out. Like I was going hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Learning how to swim, watching Michael Phelps.
Look at
I was
Phelps.
going hard as fuck.
But like your sophomore year, you were pretty good.
Oh yeah, I got really good.
Because that's when I first met you.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this was pretty good at swimming.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not my thing.
I got good at swimming eventually, but like, yeah, at the beginning I was fucking trash. I didn't know how to swim. I did not know how to swim. I knew like the basics, and I was like kind of like, the only thing that would like help me out was the strength, but even then I was super skinny.
Yeah.
So. But anyways, let's talk about what the fuck holds people back. I think self-talk is one big fucking huge issue.
Yeah,
A
that
lot of
and like
people-
they listen too much on like what people talk like.
A lot of people listen to like social media and they get like blinded. They like it's so easy to be like, oh, I'm depressed. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
poor me. I'm such a bitch. Like oh, I cut myself. Oh, I'm like
Go see fucking therapist then. Go talk about it, yeah.
You
Get
snowflake
over that
ass
shit.
bitch. Like who gives a fuck? Like if you're sad, fucking get over it. Like,
Yeah.
there's no time to be a bitch. Like, especially if you're in business. Like if you're in business and you're a snowflake, like
You're
this is
crying
my-
about it, then you don't really want it.
yeah, like it makes me mad when I see these snowflake ass people. Like, they're fucking like, oh, like my dad this, my mom like they take no accountability for a fucking thing. They blame everything on their fucking everything. I'm just saying, like Take fucking accountability. Have you read the book by Dr. Willink? I know you like Dr.
No, I haven't read this fucking book.
It's called, I forget what it's called, but it talks about total accountability. At the beginning of the book starts this way. He starts talking about how, I think he's in Iraq or like Iran or some bullshit.
I think it would vibrated. Maybe it should be.
I don't know. He starts talking about his, I think it's total accountability or some shit. Extreme ownership. Okay.
Extreme
Yeah, so this book, I actually gifted it to like my ex's, like, whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. Extreme Ownership is a book about how, Jocko Willink starts off the book saying about how like there was friendly fire. At the beginning of the war, they didn't know what the fuck was going on, this and that. There was friendly fire and people got killed. Like people keep, like our own army, like the United States, fought against the French or something like that, Italians or something. They were allies, but they didn't know, it was too early in the war and they killed each other.
Oh shit, that sucks.
And so the main commander, the main chief, or the main fucking guy, the general, whatever the fuck you call him, he comes down and Jocko is the one who's like, look, it's my fault. I take total accountability. You're gonna demote me or give me like whatever fucking punishments possible. It's my fault. Don't
get that, like, don't
get my
soldiers.
team. Don't get my team involved. I'm the leader. I take 100% extreme ownership on whatever the fuck happens to me.
I remember him. Sorry, finishing.
And he takes the fucking accountability. Even if it wasn't his fault, maybe it was his fault, maybe it wasn't.
Yeah.
The fact that he was willing to take the fucking consequences into it, like, this is my fucking shit, and you own up to it.
Especially since you're the leader, because you're in charge of them. If they don't know, it's because of you. So it's not their fault, they don't know.
Yeah. And maybe it's not even your fault, maybe they're just fucking retarded. But at the end of the day, you're the leader, so you take the fault.
You gotta make sure they're not retarded.
Yeah.
And then I remember watching a video of him and Rogan recently, and Rogan was asking him about like leadership. He's like, what do you notice about like other people like leading? Like, how do you handle it? What is your like definition of being an effective leader? And he, like, I'm butchering it, but he said that other people, like, their idea of being a leader is telling people what to do.
Oh, I fucking hate
He's
that.
like, oh, do this, do that. No, you gotta make sure you do this, do that, do that. No, are you doing this? Are you doing that? Okay. He's like, no, like, that's not how you do it. The way he would do it when he was leading fucking SEAL Team 6 is that, you know, make sure everybody knows what to do. Ask him, hey, like, you guys ready? You guys ready? Okay. Like so and so. Oh no. They would talk to him. They would say, oh, okay, we're ready. He's like, okay, execute. Oh, okay, we're ready. We're getting this ready. All right, we're set. Okay, execute. Like that.
Something
Just like and trust too. That was another one. Trust.
Oh yeah, trust. I was looking at the chart of SEAL Team 6 and like which people get to, and it's not the strongest person. It's not the most like ferocious and the most talented.
Yeah.
It's the one who you can trust during the battle.
Yeah.
You know, because you might not have in your team at the beginning or even at the end or like whatever the fuck during your company. You will maybe not have the best people sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you're able to trust in their ability to actually come through with their shit, that's a great
Because
thing.
you gotta trust that they know what they're doing too.
And that they can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but also something that I see in great leaders is that the ability to do the grunt work with their people.
Yes.
Like, for example, a great leader goes and does it with them.
Yeah,
and lead by example.
I thought about this too, because when we see these generals like on the
Sending
meetings,
young
on
men to
these like they're these old fucks that haven't fought in like 40 years, and at the
If
back,
they fought.
yeah, if they even fucking fought. We look back to like George Washington, dude. He was a general. He was out there fucking
He was
fighting.
in the trenches. My God was in the trenches.
Dude, he
For
was
example,
putting in the work.
Like I've learned a lot from other mentors. They're CEOs of their companies, and I'm the CEO of my company. But for example, just a quick example of what a leader should do. We were doing door-to-door sales. I could have easily been like, hey, I need my people to do that. But instead, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with my person, get that shit done, and like tackle it with my team.
Yeah, because once the people see that, like, okay, the boss is coming with us, then okay, like, he's not just our boss, but he's also like one of us.
Yeah.
Like, we have like incentive to work. I just remember this like great example. I know you're gonna hate it, but I get a lot of these examples that you talk about from the shows and movies and the things that I've read from like the entertainment side.
Yeah.
And it, from Game of Thrones, there's a battle happening at the kingdom.
Yeah.
Right? It's on the shoreline, people are coming in, and the fight, like the knights, they're getting ready for battle, but they're like, where's our king? Like, how come he's not here? Like, who are we fighting for? Why are we fighting? Like, what are we fighting for? And the fucking king doesn't show up. Well, he's there, but they end up taking him out. He pussies out. So they're like, what the fuck? Like, Like, we have no reason to fight if we're not fighting, if our king's not going to fight with us. And then so another character comes in, he's like, you know what? Like, I'll lead you guys to battle. Because it's the king's job, even though he's a king, he's supposed to put him, like, you know, lead the men to fight. And, you know, if people don't have that, then they have no reason to work.
Another
What are we working
example
for?
is
Who are
that-
we working for?
And like every billionaire, if you want to be a billionaire, which is why you're watching this fucking podcast, or you know, if maybe you become mediocre and you just want the billion. You understand?
Yeah. Setting an example, there we go.
Setting like my favorite entrepreneur, favorite billionaire is probably fuck, I got so many. But for example, Bill Gates would work his fucking face off. This guy, I think there's a little story of like Melinda Gates and Bill Gates before they got divorced and shit. Like when they were young, there was like this moment where he like drove his fucking Porsche and he was like fucking like so tired he would pull like 3 days straight, 4 days straight, no sleep, working his fucking face off trying to get sales for the company for Microsoft. Because he was the only guy in phones, the rest were developers.
Oh shit.
I didn't know that until like I started reading like a little bit about him. But there's also a great example with fucking Elon Musk. This guy would sleep in the fucking Tesla. That's why I would love the guy, because I'm like, holy shit, you're a billionaire. And like he has this famous line where like a bunch of like this one night something's going wrong in the Tesla factory, and like one of the guys is like, what the fuck? Like why are we like staying here like all night and shit? And he's like, bro, I'm a fucking billionaire. I could be in a private island with naked women doing shit to me. Instead, I'm here
with you,
fixing your bullshit. You know, and that's the like. I think most leaders don't actually want to be leaders. Like I would rather.
They just want the title.
Yeah, they just want the title. But like most good leaders, they don't want. Like they're put in the position to be a leader. Like they put themselves in the position to be a leader.
Yeah.
By actually leading. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they work for it. They earned it.
Yeah, they earn it. Like people put them in they give him trust because he's put the fucking work in.
Like the people put him there, not another individual saying, hey, like, I'm gonna bump you up. Even though like you don't have the experience, you didn't work for it, you don't have the credibility, everyone's like, this guy.
Yeah, my goal is to eventually have my team, the lowest earning person in my company, I want it to be 300,000 a year. That's my goal. 300,000 a year, that's the lowest fucking position you can have in the company.
That's pretty good.
And that includes fucking receptionists. I want to overpay the people. You know, like you know how like, and it's not buying loyalty. It's like buying like value. You know, maybe you're not worth 300,000, but maybe you work your way up to like management. I want to have like ladders of in my company where everybody can make fucking money. That's it. At the end of the day, why you get a job.
No, but it's like it's an incentive too.
Yeah,
it's
to
like,
work hard.
shit, like I gotta work my ass off over there.
Fuck yeah. I think let's just go back to like eliminating fear. A lot of people are fearful of fucking failure. Don't be. Alright? Don't be at all. Because, for example, this fucking podcast is called Journey to a Billion. And I'm ballsy as fuck for calling it that.
Yeah.
Ballsy as fuck. Because I could do 2,000 episodes and still not be a billionaire.
Yeah.
It might take 15 years. It might take 10 years. It might take 30 years.
Yeah.
You know? 30 years of me doing this fucking podcast every 30 years of me putting myself online, constantly trying to build my fucking company, higher and higher and higher to a billion. And I'm ballsy as fuck. I'm just ballsy as fuck. And I'm confident in the ability of myself to execute because I know what the fuck I do. I know the amount of work I put in, and I know my expertise and what I can bring to the table and what I can give people around me to elevate us to like shoot us into the $1 billion valuation.
Yeah.
Not valuation. I mean, I'm talking fucking cash money, billion. Like, and even a 1 billion sounds a little, because I mean, there's 200 billion. I mean, there's Apple, Tesla. Like, I'm a little crazy in the head. I think. I'm a little delusional. I want the valuation like Tesla, Apple, Amazon. And in order for me to get there, I need to build a huge amount of network team. My team has to be insane. The networks I have has to be insane. The amounts of fucking capital I can deploy has to be insane. The amounts of attention, the amounts of everything has to be crazy, insane. But I'm going on rants and shit.
I know. It's okay though.
Self-discipline, let's talk about that.
That one's hard.
That one's
It's not, but it's not impossible.
Oh,
it's just a lot of hard work.
I remember when I started out, and you know, I went through a little period where I was like, and it was in the alchemy called depression. I don't even believe in depression. I don't think depression is a thing. I'm just gonna say that right there. You can be sad for long periods of time, and it's not depression. You're just sad fuck. And why are you sad? Because you're not putting in the work in. Most men who are sad, they're probably fat, they're obese, they're unconfident because they don't do what they say they're gonna do. Even if,
because they're insecure.
like, they're insecure because they can't put. If I say I will be here at this time, right? And then you get there at that time, okay, that's a win. If I say I'm gonna go to the fucking gym before I go to work, and I do that, that's a win. My confidence goes up.
Mm-hmm.
If I say I'm gonna eat this way and I don't eat that way, I eat a burger instead, like a fat fuck, my confidence goes low. So I see everything I say as a fucking like you're just reaching higher
Yeah,
and
you're
higher
slowly
and higher.
climbing.
You're slowly climbing the ladder of confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence is built, it's forged,
It's
made.
step by step, and from there it just gets easy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, because it was so hard for me to go to the gym. Like after I graduated, I only started working out because my son Rico started going. Well, they've been going, but they would tell me, hey, like why don't you come work out with us? Because I'm like, because I'm skinny. I was like, I don't know. Like I think it was at the time like it was easier for me to get up and go run than to go to the gym. Because for one, I didn't know what I was doing, and second, like it was just like I don't know, like I didn't like it as much. But now it's still easy for me to run, but now I'd rather go lift weights.
Mm-hmm.
And it was little by little, like I'd wake up early and like fuck, like I don't feel like going. So I'd go run instead. And then like when I was working out with Mysol, he was like, no, he's like, you're picking us up, so you have to like go. So I'm like, shit. I'd wake up like at 4, get there like at 4:30, and then we go to the gym. And every day, like as it got easier, like just 2 weeks in, then I started like body started adjusting mentally. I'm like, fuck, okay, like I'm like, like I gotta try to PR a little bit
I'll
today.
be honest with you, I was a fat fuck. And I still consider myself a fat fuck. I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And this is mainly because I would put off, and this is like, you have to build yourself. It's not like from one day to another you're gonna be this perfect, amazing person. And that's what a lot of people wait for. They expect exoneration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do my podcast when this happens. I'm gonna build my business when I have this. I'm gonna do my house when I have this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get this when I got that. And that's not how life works.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta get your shit done. Put it in. Like, right now, I'm doing the fucking podcast straight into a billion. I'm not a billionaire yet. I'll be honest, I'm not a billionaire. but I will be a billionaire.
I'm barely 100 in.
I'm a thousandaire. Right?
That's not better than what I'm doing right now. Shit.
Well, you know,
in a couple months, like
very, very soon actually.
Yeah.
You're definitely hitting the
less than
very
a couple
high
months,
thousands.
within like a month or two.
And by the end of the year, hopefully the idea is to hit the million. And every time I say that, I think of Gary Vee, you fucking fuck. I think of him because there's this little podcast he was doing, and he was talking about like some girl calls in and was like, oh, well, I'm gonna be a fucking millionaire, and I'm gonna go to your fucking place, and I'm like shaking her hand.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
No.
And then I was like, oh yeah, that shit shot her. And then this motherfucker was like, no, you're not. Like, I put in the fucking work, so I'm able to say this. Like the trajectory of our company of just steady growth, and even if we just don't grow and keep the same pace, we'll hit the million for sure. It's not a matter of maybe it's.
I mean, we'll grow for sure.
Oh yeah, growth is fucking necessary. If you're not growing, you're fucking
It just
growing.
takes patience. You have to be patient with yourself and, you know, just everything.
But it also takes a lot of hurry. Like, I'm always in a hurry to be better and better and better. There's never been a day where I walk into the office and I'm like, okay, today's not off. Like, today's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm like, fuck.
Like, okay, we gotta do this and we gotta do that.
Yeah.
We gotta harder and we gotta do this and we haven't hit this yet, so we gotta hit it today. And like, we're not gonna do this until we can do this.
And I'm impatient, like, you know, I'm impatient as fuck. I'm like, oh, just like, fucking want it, like, I need it already.
And
Like,
dude, the
fuck.
fucking road, the journey to the billion is the
It's
fucking
crazy.
best. It's awesome.
Fucking-
The best.
it's awesome
Number
and
one.
crazy.
It's the best.
Number one.
Number one. I love it. The best.
I love it.
I love it. Number one. But let me just check the camera. Dude, I have a fucking phobia that the camera isn't rolling.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna check the camera. The camera is rolling.
It is?
Yeah.
How far are we in?
I don't know, because there's like a little. Anyways, I think we can definitely end the podcast for today.
Okay.
So,
Oh shit! What the fuck?
yeah, I saw it a while ago and I was better than that. Anyways, we had a picture of Daddy.
We had a picture of Bezos. We most
And
likely saw them.
every episode we're gonna have a picture of Jeff Bezos or a billionaire.
Just
or,
any billionaire.
yeah. Next episode will be definitely a Kanye picture. 'Cause I fucking love Kanye.
After that, we could have Musk again.
Yeah, fuck yeah. We want Elon Musk. By the way, we're gonna have Kanye.
We could have Rogan on there too.
I don't think Rogan's a billionaire.
Bro, he signed on like I don't know how many millions.
Yeah, 100 million.
Deal.
It's still little boy shit. Rogan, you can do better. Sell some fucking t-shirts. So
I'd buy merch from Rogan, bro. You know what he needs to sell?
weed.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was
Dude,
saying.
if Joe Rogan,
I would
listen,
do it.
have your own weed strand. Have a fucking mushrooms. You know, get
Oh
some
my
licensing
God,
deals
dude.
for like somebody else. Maybe like go back to YouTube, get more ad revenue. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I'll break like, cause I stopped smoking weed as soon as I started working here, and I told him, you know what? As soon as I move out, I'm gonna break it in. I'm gonna do it every day, but like
Well, yeah, I think sometimes we might be, yes, but not really. Don't do fucking drugs, kids.
don't do it every day. Do it like on the nights you're gonna go party and get drunk. For me, I'd rather replace that. Just stay home, smoke weed, chill.
Yeah,
Hang
chill,
out with some
like,
friends.
Yeah, like release the stress.
Yeah, I fucking hate being high on.
Let's end the fucking podcast. This fucking podcast. If you are a guy who should we do that.
If your mommy brings you nuggies and you're 40 years old, still making like
$1,000 a month,
working some shitty job at Taco Bell,
spraying for cockroaches,
you
like
need to
David
listen to this
Goggins.
podcast.
David Goggins,
Alright?
you've been watching.
And if you have a
fucking-
girlfriend and you're doing that same thing, she's bringing you nuggies, you need to break up with that person because that's
He's
not a
a
match.
bitch on you, yeah,
Yeah, it's a little bit. You need to break up with them right
If you have
now.
a girlfriend that cucks you, you're a cuck. If your wife's
If you're being Will
boyfriend-
Smith, you need to watch this.
dude, definitely. If you want to make money, you need to watch this. If you're a business owner, you need to watch this. If you're that one bitch who didn't let us on a fucking podcast, you need to watch this.
You
And
definitely
you
need to watch
definitely
this.
fucking watching bitch ass fucking
Yeah.
nonsense.
If you have crooked teeth and your breath smells, you need to watch this.
If you're-
And so does your dentist.
If you're an old bitch that thinks that she's gonna beat us because she's a digital fucking company, fuck you. We're gonna beat you. We're gonna fucking demolish you. We're gonna dominate your ass.
If your shitty dentist, doctors, gynecologist doesn't give you your appointments on time, all of you need to watch this.
If you have a mom that has a dad, that has a cousin, that has a brother, that has a dog, and the dog is like a fucking ugly ass Mexican Chihuahua, you need to watch this.
If your wife's boyfriend spends too much on your credit card, you need to watch this.
If you have a credit card, you need to watch this. If you don't have a credit card, definitely fucking watch this. If you have a business,
If you
wanna-
take notes on your computer, you need to watch
who
this.
the fuck does that? I
Bro, there's like studies that show that does not work. Like you don't learn from that shit.
I don't know, but like I would never do that. I like pen and paper.
Same.
I'm a
Dude, my girl was doing a paper on that, and like
Really?
they literally proved that like there's like hundreds of studies that show like pen and paper you learn from that. You don't learn from typing.
yeah. Well, I believe it. I believe it. I'm not sure if it's real, but I believe that.
No, I
But
should say.
I just want to say, thank you for watching Journey to a Billion. This podcast will be about us hitting the Journey to a Billion. My name is Alvin. His name is Hector.
My name's
Thank you for fucking watching, and be ready for the next episode. Every fucking day we're gonna be doing an episode. If we don't do it that day, we'll release 2 videos on a day. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna hit a fucking 1,000,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. And if we don't, what should we do? If I don't, actually, we're gonna have a 10 follower special. If there's 10 followers after this, that'd be awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, even 10 followers.
Subscribers.
Followers.
Followers on Instagram.
Well, I'm a fucking boomer, okay? I feel like a boomer. Just fucking subscribe. Just subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe. If you have if your
If
girlfriend
we get
has-
10 subscribers, I'll chug 2 Red Bulls in the beginning, and we'll just see like how fucking hyper I get.
Oh, if you know Eddie Zuko, let him know. David Goggins, if you're fucking watching, watch on the fucking podcast.
Jocko, if you're
Awesome.
watching
You're
this,
changing my life on the
send this shit, spam
Grant
this.
Cardone, if you're watching,
Yes.
fuck yeah. Kanye, Jeff
Grant
Bezos.
Cardone, I'm getting your face tattooed on me as soon as I hit 1 billion.
Yeah, and by the way, he's getting the Altair.
I'm getting the company's name tattooed on me, not in this font.
Font.
Fuck,
Not in this
am I
font.
British? No, I'm getting not in this font, but I will be getting the fucking company name on my fucking forearm.
You fucking wanker. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next episode.